Okay, Robert, let's start with you for a moment, okay? The Salt Lake Tribune just rolled out a new online pricing strategy, right? For paying for some of this online content. Just give us a sense of the why.
Well, I mean, the why is that if you're producing a product that's valuable, people need to pay for it. You know, you can't just keep giving it away. It's a terrible business model to just, you know, if you were making cookies or widgets or computer chips, you're not just going to give them away, and you're not going to stay in business long that way. So, we're trying to beef up the online content and do better journalism, and I think that hopefully people value that. So it's going to be about $8 a month. And you know, and that gets you unlimited. If you don't want to pay the $8, you can get 10 free articles. And the hope is you know that this sort of comes in and takes, you know, we're losing money in diminishing subscriptions. You're losing ad revenue online in a lot of different ways. And so there's got to be something there to sort of prop up the news gathering side. And this is what we're hoping takes that place. You've seen other papers do it. I think it's becoming normal for papers across the country to do it. There are some questions about whether it's going to work or not, because we happen to be in a two-newspaper town with the Deseret News and the Tribune. And you know, my question is you know, I still have some doubts about whether we're just going to be forcing people over to the Deseret News for free content. Hopefully, there's enough unique content, enough unique viewpoints that people will come to the Tribune and you know, be willing to pay for it.
We'd pay that just to read your columns, right?
That's right.
Okay. Rod, what do you think?
Well, let me say first of all, radio is still free. Like, I need to get that.
Okay, we can still get you.
But you know, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. It's a challenge to survive in a very competitive world out there right now. Newspapers have struggled over the years, and they're trying to figure out a way, and this is one way to approach it. We pay for everything else for the most part. We pay for our cable service. We pay for this. We pay for that. So it doesn't bother me. And the feeds, it's not that much money. So, I mean, at least to me, it isn't that much money, and it's a valuable service to be able to have access to all of that.
Thank you, Rod.
Yeah. So
that was a nice endorsement.
And I would just say, I think it's risky, but I would say there's never been a more important time in our history than to have good journalism. I mean, we see that every day now. And so if it makes and brings in new people or, you know, helps those like Robert, who are really good journalists, investigative journalists, do a better job, I think it's worth it.
That's kind of the key point, right, Robert? Is we have to make sure that we get people that can focus entirely on these stories.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a considerable amount of time and a considerable amount of money to research to investigate some of these things that we need to investigate, and to be on top and to have people at the Capitol, to have people traveling with the Jazz, or to have people, you know, doing all of these different things that I think are important and people need to know about. So far, the response has been pretty good, actually, in terms of people signing up for it. You know, and so hopefully it continues. We've got to get there. We've got to find a sustainable business model. And as I said, just giving it away for free isn't that. So.
And people forget media. It is a business. It is a business. You have to bring in more than you're kicking out, and it's just a business model that it's where we are today.
Yeah, for sure. We'll watch this one. Maybe you can report back and let us know how it goes.
I'll make sure if it works, I'll be back here. If it doesn't work, you know,
I'll make sure we subscribe. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Thank you for your thoughts and comments.